Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The celebrations of the 46th glorious National Day continue around the Sultanate and its embassies around the world. The Turkish president threatens to open borders for migrants to enter EU, who angered Ankara by backing a freeze in EU accession talks. And fires forced tens of thousands to flee as firefighters continue to battle the flames in Israel. Those were the headlines, and now for the news in detail. Rejoicing the 46th glorious National Day, the citizens in the Wilaya of Rustak in the Governorate of South Batina organized a festival on this happy occasion, which witnessed wide participation from members of the community. Rustak Sport Club and the Omani Women Association participated in the event with a tent for a number of handicrafts and other products. The celebration was accompanied by various activities, including poetic sessions and some traditional dances performed by youth. Dhofar University celebrated at its headquarters the graduation of 1,004 of its students, who represent the 12th batch of its graduates with master, bachelor and diploma degrees under the patronage of His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Mohammed Al-Shabibi, Minister of Housing. The chief guest handed over the certificates to the graduates in addition to honoring the outstanding students and those who hold the Academic Excellence Awards. The graduates expressed their happiness for graduation after the hard work and efforts they exerted during the years of study. The proposed investment project to establish a central market in the Wilaya of Ibri, establishing a municipal slaughterhouse with high technical specifications, as well as paving a number of internal roads, topped discussions of the Municipal Council during its meeting in the Governorate of Dahira. The Council also approved the minutes of the previous meeting and dealt with a number of issues related to services and livestock wealth, and some replies from concerned bodies on some proposals and recommendations raised earlier by the Council. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan threatened today to open Turkey's borders to allow migrants to reach the EU in a move that would tear up a landmark deal that has reduced the flow. Erdogan's comments prompted an immediate warning from Germany, which helped broker the deal that such threats were unhelpful. The threat came a day after the European Parliament angered Ankara by backing a freeze in EU accession talks, already hit by alarm over its crackdown in the wake of the July 15th failed coup. Erdogan said Turkey itself was looking after 3 million refugees, mainly 2.7 million Syrians from the civil war and also Iraqis. Israeli firefighters today reigned in a blaze that had spread across the country's third largest city of Haifa and forced tens of thousands of people to flee their homes, but continued to battle more than a dozen other fires around the country for the fourth day in a row. Some of the 60,000 evacuated began trickling back to their charred homes to assess the damage, as police and firefighting units remained heavily deployed in the Haifa area for fear that the fire could be reignited due to the dry, windy weather. 12 people have been arrested across Israel on suspicion of arson. The fires began 3 days ago at the Neve Shalom community near Jerusalem, where Israelis and Arabs live together. Several countries are sending assistance to battle the blaze. In a rare gesture, the Palestinians also sent firefighting teams to help combat the flames. Chinese authorities have detained 13 people in connection with the construction collapse at a power station, which killed at least 74 people. A platform more than 70 meters high in a cooling tower at a power station in the eastern province of Jiangxi crashed to the ground yesterday. Search and rescue efforts were completed today, with 74 people confirmed dead. The tower, with a design height of 165 meters, was part of a $1.1 billion project to expand the coal-powered electricity generating plant. A train collision in northern Iran killed at least 40 people and injured 100 today. The accident happened in sub-zero temperatures when a passenger train that was moving hit another one parked at a station about 250 kilometers east of the capital, Tehran. Officials said 4 carriages derailed and 2 caught fire. The cause of the accident was under investigation, and the parked train was apparently not inside the station but on a main rail line at the time of the collision. Head of Iran's Red Crescent said helicopters and ambulances were sent to join the rescue operation. Still to come in our news bulletin. Rejoicing the 46th glorious National Day, a poetic evening was held in the Wilaya of Musana in the governorate of South Batina. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Sultanate's embassy in the United States of America hosted a reception ceremony in Washington on the occasion of the 46th glorious National Day, which was attended by a number of officials, intellectuals, media people and heads of the Arab and American diplomatic missions. The welcoming party was led by Her Excellency Hunaina bin Sultan Amugariya, Sultanate's ambassador to USA. During the ceremony, the attendees also exchanged greetings on this delightful occasion and expressed their wishes of further progress and prosperity to the Omani people. They also hailed the accomplishments carried out in each part of this dear country in various fields. The Sultanate's permanent delegation in New York in the United States of America also held a reception ceremony on this glorious occasion. The celebration witnessed a wide participation from diplomats, senior personnel from the United Nations, as well as many others. During the ceremony, the permanent envoy of the Sultanate to the United Nations in New York presented a speech stressing on the march of the Omani blessed Renaissance under the wise leadership of His Majesty the Sultan. In Belgium's capital, Brussels, the Sultanate's embassy also held a reception ceremony on the occasion of the 46th glorious National Day, which was attended by businessmen, ministers, officials, heads of the Arab and foreign diplomatic missions. It included a documentary on the Sultanate's achievements and development projects in various fields, in addition to an exhibition of photos which shed light on the Omani environment, nature and its history. Meanwhile, the Sultanate's embassy in Tanzania hosted a reception ceremony where a number of government officials, members of the Arab and foreign diplomatic corps, in addition to the Omani community, attended the event. The ceremony included various activities to stress on deep-rooted relations between the two countries. On the occasion of the 46th glorious National Day, Sultanate's embassy in Philippines held a reception ceremony. that witnessed wide attendance from a number of senior officials and personalities, in addition to businessmen and members of the diplomatic corps. Activities of the ceremony included an introductory program to the Sultanate's achievements, as well as some Omani singing arts performances. A wide number of government officials from Thailand, as well as members of the Omani community, media people, businessmen and journalists gathered in a reception ceremony held by the Sultanate's embassy in Thailand to celebrate the 46th glorious National Day. During the ceremony, His Excellency Abdullah bin Saleh Al Maimani, Sultanate's ambassador to Thailand, welcomed the guests who hailed the accomplishments carried out in each part of the Sultanate under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. Rejoicing the 46th glorious National Day, a poetic evening was organized in the Wilayah of Musana in the Governorate of South Batina. It witnessed a wide participation from members of the community and a number of poets from the Gulf region. The event was also accompanied by some traditional dances performed by the youth. During the celebration, the participants expressed sincere greetings and wishes on this glorious occasion, asking the Almighty to return such happy occasions on His Majesty with health, and to Oman and its nation with permanent welfare. The ceremony was presided over by His Highness Said Fahar bin Fatik Al Said. And now for the general weather forecast. Partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas overlooking Sea of Oman, with chances of scattered rainfall. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be easterly to southeasterly light to moderate, occasionally active over the coastal areas. Seas will be moderate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The celebrations of the 46th glorious National Day continue around the Sultanate and its embassies around the world. The Turkish president threatens to open borders for migrants to enter EU, who angered Ankara by backing a freeze in EU accession talks. And fires force tens of thousands to flee as firefighters continue to battle the flames in Israel. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.